John, a reminder how fast time flies, I think, is this.
Oh my gosh.
So what do you think? We started doing this, I think, in like mid-September, didn't we, maybe?
Wow.
Or did we wait till October?
No, this was October.
Oh, not September.
No.
So that's still 4 months ago.
But this
What?
does not even look anything like the backyard does now. Look at all this color and
Right.
leaves and...
But here's what I often do. I think, okay, this is just over 4 months ago.
Yeah.
That seems like it was not that long ago.
And then you think 4 months from now...
It's going to be June.
I do that all the time.
It's going to be June.
Yeah.
So time just keeps... It's
Not
gonna be
that
June.
we're wishing any time away.
No, but I'm just saying how fast time flies.
It flies.
Yeah. So I don't know if this was October. This may have been leaving late September when we started doing it.
Probably just because those leaves seem really green.
Maybe. So just, folks, you got to make the most of every day, right? These are temperatures this morning. They have gone down a little bit, and I'll explain why. But we're in the teens and 20s, and high temperatures today in the 20s to maybe near freezing, just a little bit below average. We have not had an above average day in a long time. Tonight it's going to get cold again. Tomorrow morning at this time. John wakes up, first thing he does, he looks at his, do you have it on your cell phone? You look at that and you're like, okay.
This morning I was like,
His
whoa.
own personal weather station on his cell phone.
I saw 22 this morning and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I was a little surprised it was as warm as it was this morning, but the dry air is now moving on in. So here's what happened. Imagine this X right here last night.
Yeah.
So it was actually pulling in slightly warmer air ahead of it.
Oh, okay.
And now that it's here, it's pulling in slightly colder air behind it. So we were in transition last night from the warm side to the cold side. And look what it pushed through, a little mini front right there.
Yeah, you showed the little burst of flurries this morning in Scranton.
So that was the transition from slightly warmer to slightly colder. And we had a few snow showers last night. So if you're waking up and you didn't look outside yet, there might be a little coating. But who cares? The rest of today is going to be partly sunny. And same thing tomorrow, partly sunny. So we're good. The rest of the week is good.
You know, that's been the one thing. It's been cold, but we haven't had snow since that storm.
So the air is so cold, so dry, and Lake Erie frozen over. So now, we're getting a little sun.
Yeah.
So would you rather it cloudy and more snow or colder and sunnier? I'm taking colder and sunnier.
Yeah.
Sad but true.
Well, think of yesterday. Yesterday was up almost to freezing.
Yeah, yesterday was mid to upper 20s.
But it was cloudy and it just didn't
Yeah,
have that feeling of Monday in the
was dull.
mid-20s.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
So dry for the rest of the week until Friday afternoon. Some sun breaks today. Vacuuming because you know what? Winter sucks, right? And this guy has a story, John. So what do you know about Jim Legg?
Well, I know he's been a contributor to the morning show for a long time.
Long time. He goes back to the late 90s. And when there was a cicada outburst, I think it was 2000, 2001, we had him in a suit and tie, in formal attire, sit down and have a cicada.
That was Jim?
That was
I remember
Jim.
that.
Do you
I didn't
remember
know
that?
Yeah.
That was him.
Oh,
And my buddy
okay.
Mike, the leprechaun, also came in. So he's been living here and contributing. He loves our show. He recently left us. He's now retired in Florida.
He gave up.
As of October, he left us. So
Gave
here
up on
he is in
Pennsylvania.
Florida. But I gotta ask you, what do you think about these? I see them when I'm driving. I see
know.
these new car washes.
I
and
haven't used it yet.
I mean, either it's pipes, it's tubing, and I don't.
What's the theory here?
What
Is it
is
just to
all
make it
this?
easier to get to
I don't
every
know.
part of your car?
I know people at home are probably yelling like,
Because they use them all the time,
Yeah, I
probably,
just
but I
don't-
haven't yet.
So this is like a vacuum cleaner, and it dangles down, and
And then a lot of these car washes, you go through the car wash, and then it's free to vacuum after.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
all right. So there he is. But what I like about this picture, he's barefoot. He's in
Yes.
Florida. He's got all this beach stuff, and he's holding a vacuum.
It counts.
It counts. And he's in front of all these vacuums too. But what I like the most is, what do you think? Fake Crocs. That's the Walmart brand. We searched this, right?
Shiny blue Walmart knockoff Crocs. Fancy, Jim.
Are you a Croc guy, you said, or not?
No,
Did you ever use them?
I can't find some that fit me right. My feet are so big.
These things will change your life.
I want some.
They're comfy. They never smell. They good for cutting grass, walking, hiking. I'm a big fan. But my wife's not. She doesn't let me wear them.
Oh.
All right, so look, there's that spin that moved through
Oh,
last
yeah,
night.
you really see it there.
So with that, imagine that. Here's what it looks like on the computer model, that little area. That's leaving. This is coming. So I used his croc to illustrate this oblong area of frigid air that's going to be diving in on us. It's over us on Saturday. It's colder in this than it is, say, up here or over here. So we're going to be in the core of the cold in terms of what we call the geopotential height. So that thing is right on top of us. That's scary.
And you're going to get into this a little more, but we've had a really cold winter.
But
and you're talking
the coldest.
The coldest.
So far, maybe in 5 years, in terms of high temperatures, okay? And then that croc is going to leave. Finally, we'll get some of this next week. So let's plan it out. There's today. There's tomorrow. There's Friday morning into the afternoon, 2:30. I think the kids will have school. Everything will be fine. But if you're going on a date Friday night, there's going to be some scattered snow showers moving on through. Maybe a quick coating, but I don't think it'll be much. Remember, this is the leading edge of the Arctic air, and it's here on Saturday. So this, I think, looks a little worse than it's going to be. There's going to be just cold wind, snow showers up north, maybe an inch or so. But the big news is just going to be temperatures staying in the single digits all day.
all day long.
All day Saturday.
And just the wind whipping.
What are we going to do, John? What do we do on a Saturday like that?
I don't know.
Saturday, I wake up, I vacuum, I clean the toilets, I clean the house. That's an hour or two. Then it's noon. Then what?
Then you walk over to the window, you look out, go do something else, go look in the basement,
I'll go in the basement, I'll walk around. You see, folks, these
Look
are
for
my
things to do.
problems. I can't watch TV like normal people. I can't watch sports.
See, I'm not a binge watcher either. So
I
most
need-
people, I think, on Saturday will just sit and watch TV all day.
So it's just stressful for people like me.
Yeah.
It's my brain wiring.
We just feel the need to be outside.
I want to go outside. I want to go hiking and biking and running. And I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I'm a prisoner in my house on Saturday.
Even yesterday, I said to Rennie, I was like, I got to get out for a walk.
I gotta get out.
And she's like, why? I think it's like, I got to get outside.
And you don't even want, if someone out there say, get in your car, go to the mall or something, that even hurts.
Oh, yeah.
Because you go in your car, you sit down in your seat, and everything creaks. The Croc leaves Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. Looks partly sunny, but still cold. So how cold? The Croc arrives Friday with some snow showers, gusty winds on Saturday, on and off snow showers, and it could be the coldest weekend of the year. Let's look at this, John. I'm getting out of here.
Do I have to open this?
Oh, you walked and it opened. It was
Wow.
in fear. It was
Automatic
in fear.
opener.
It was in fear of your presence. These are high temperatures. Coldest high temperature so far was 11. Last winter, the whole winter, lowest high temperature was 11. Do you remember this? What's your memory of Christmas Eve 2022?
I actually do remember that, yeah.
Do you remember that, folks? We had a
It
high
was-
of 10.
And it had been warm like the day before, so it just plummeted.
It just plummeted, low of 1. So you have to go back to 2019 to have a high temperature lower than 10. We might beat that this weekend.
And this is a good way to look at it, because of course in the winter we're going to have lows that get down near zero.
Yeah,
but to
but
have a
high
high
of
in the
9.
single digits.
Yeah, high in the single digits.
But if we're going to get this cold, let's just do it.
I'm going with 10, but it could be colder than
Let's just go to 9. Why not 8? Let's go down even colder.
In 1994, we had a high of 2 below
How
zero.
about that?
Oh, and I didn't even go back to the 70s. I'm sure it happened many times then. So these are Friday's high. Remember, that's before the Croc.
Before.
This is Saturday.
And you have 10, but let's just do 9.
You want me to put a 9 on there?
Well, no, but I want it to be 9. What's the difference?
What's 1 degree? To break a record?
Let's break it.
All right. These are Sunday's highs for Super Bowl Sunday. Then the Croc's going to move away. So this is slightly milder air coming in. Instead of your air coming from the direct north, now we have more of a zonal flow. This should give us 30s, and some data is putting out 40s.
Even if it's 30s.
I want some snow and ice to melt instead of it looking like it's super glued onto everything.
It does seem that way.
So there's your shot of cold air, windy and cold. Low temperatures in the single digits. Mindy, how do you feel about all this?
She's going to Vermont.
She's going.